Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled Righteous Garments. Lord will, you are edified. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. All right, referring to Israelites. All right, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, based only on the lineage of our fathers. Said the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me. Right, the counsel of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, comes from the prophets. Right? Let's get a precept to back this up. Hebrews 1 and 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in divers manners spoke in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. The prophets of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, has the Most High's will, his agenda, his game plan. Okay? That take counsel. Now, the counsel of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, comes from the mouth of the prophets. All right? And this counsel is also symbolic for this truth, the old paths. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, stand you in the ways. What ways? These ways, the truth, and see, and ask for the old paths, which is going back to the laws, the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. Where is the good way? See, this is the good way. This is the only way, and walk therein, meaning what? Our mannerisms in life, our lifestyle. And you shall find rest for your souls. And this is literal. But they said, we will not walk therein, meaning what? 2/3 of our people that are located in America and the non-elect scattered throughout the four corners of the world do not want to be converted. And regarding the 2/3, right, they will continue to take counsel to cover with a covering of America, which is going into what? A mindset, which will lead to their destruction. Okay? But not of me, and that cover with a covering. This covering is talking about a mindset regarding the ways of America. Okay? Whether it's Christianity or it's democracy or the American dream or feminism or going after strange flesh or doing as you will. Okay? This covering is not of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. See, they cover themselves with a covering. Their garments, their spiritual garments, is after the ways of America. Okay? Their garments, their spiritual garments, also symbolic for their mindset, is after the ways of America, that they may add sin to sin. Right. So this lifestyle increases in iniquity. Okay? And iniquities are wickedness. Sin upon sin upon sin upon sin upon sin. Okay, verse 2, their walk to go down into Egypt. Egypt is modern day America. Walk to go, meaning what? How they conduct or regulate their lifestyle after the mindset of America. And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. And Joe Biden is modern day Pharaoh. Why? Because this is modern day Egypt, right? And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. The shadow of Egypt, okay, is referring to America, right? The shadow. Let's focus on shadow. Strong's H6738, Taza La, which means shade, shadow, shade, protection, defense. And from a spiritual standpoint, we can equate the shadow of Egypt ultimately going into this system, this which is also referred to as the image. All right, because everything leads to what? The image of America, the image of the beast, right? The image of the beast, which Esau utilizes to control Israelites as well as these other nations. Okay? Now, the focal point for this lesson is that cover with a covering. Now, remember, I said that 2/3 of our people, right, has a covering going into a mindset. See, their garments is after the ways of America. Covering in the Hebrew, Strong's H4541, pronounced as Masa Ka. Masa Ka, which means a covering web woven stuff. So covering or woven stuff, we can symbolically say from a spiritual perspective, their garments, right? Their aprons. All right, let's go to Genesis 3:7. And the eyes of them both were opened. The eyes of them. Them is referring to Adam and Eve. Eyes of them both were open, meaning what? Having that spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness of what? And they knew that they were naked. They knew they sinned. Remember, they had the law, statutes, and the commandments. However, at this time frame, it was in oral format only, right? And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. Aprons referring to what? Spiritual garments. Meaning they start acting as well as dressing, behaving just like these other nations, committing spiritual fornication. All right? And it's the same way for 2/3 of our people in America, right? That cover with a covering. Again, their garments is after the reflection or mindset of America. Not only the elect, all right, within America, and the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the world. Lord will, we are that number. Our spiritual garments is going to be this truth. Isaiah 52 and verse 1. Awake, awake, put on your strength. O Zion, put on your beautiful garments. This truth. Awake, awake, meaning what? Spiritual awareness. Coming out of that dead state. O Jerusalem, the holy city, for hereforth there shall no more come into you the uncircumcised and the unclean. But the focal point is put on your beautiful, beautiful garments. Going into this truth. Okay? Revelation 3 and 4. You have a few names, even in Sardis, which has not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy, right? Have not defiled their garments. Okay? And see, that's the mindset we need to be in. Meaning what? Keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of our abilities. However, the main ingredient to salvation, after the concept of predestined, okay, we must have faith and fear in Yahushua, that he was that perfect sacrifice for the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. Okay? And then doing the works. However, you have to have faith and works. Not only faith and not just only works. Okay? Last precept. Let's go to Revelation 16 and verse 15. And it reads, Behold, I come as a thief. Yahushua will return, referring to his second coming, unexpected, unannounced. Okay? Blessed is he that watching what? These current events. All right? Because these current events, okay, is already spoken of via prophecy. Right? And keep his garments, keeping himself steadfastly in this truth. Lest he walk naked. And that's what we don't want to do, right? Because if you don't keep your garments, all right, you are spiritually naked. And you can't get saved, right? You can't receive salvation if you're not fully clothed. So it's extremely important we have our spiritual garments on at all times. Hence, spiritual garments, going into that spiritual mindset, applying the scriptures in every manner of our life, right? Lest he walk naked and they see his shame, meaning what? Being exposed, all right? And we do not want this, all right? Righteous garments, referring to this holy / sanctified / consecrated truth. Lord, will you edified. Shalom.